Let's do it. Let's make it happen. So for those who just joined us, we are talking we're talking strategies tonight. I'm the founder of an organization called Extra Digit, and my name is Brian Bean. And we're going to tell you guys some basic things and use some basic frameworks and basic terminology so that people will stop thinking that money is something that's difficult and money is something that's hard to come by and money is something that's hard to understand, because I'm telling you right now, it is not. Here's what you need to understand about capitalism. There are two basic objectives everybody in this country is trying to meet. Number one, your current lifestyle is paid for by your labor. Everyone goes to work every single day so that you can have food in your mouth, a roof over your head, water to drink, right? Clothes on your back. These are basic American necessities. And believe it or not, in the wealthiest country in the world, most people struggle every single week and every single month to meet their basic necessities. You know why? It's because most people don't understand capitalism. This country gives you plenty of opportunities, but they whisper to you how you should take advantage of them. They don't scream from the mountaintops the different things we're going to show you that we scream from the mountaintops. They tell you that this is the land of plenty, but you got to ask yourself, why are so many people struggling? If I can't meet my current obligations, light, gas, water, food, clothing, shelter, I don't stand a chance in the future. See, people get this twisted. They tricked you a long time ago and taught you that your retirement years were your golden years. Well, here's a news flash for everybody watching. How in the world are my retirement years my golden years when if I'm struggling every day and I'm going to work, you mean to tell me they're going to pay me more money when I'm not working? That's the trick. Early on, they want your future to look brighter by telling you that after you retire, everything's okay. Newsflash, if I'm working and everything's not okay, companies don't pay you more when you stop. Let's just be honest with everybody tonight. So what we have to do is we have to understand that the only hand you can depend on is the one at the end of your wrist. So here's some fun facts for you guys. Fact number one, your labor is supposed to take care of your working years or your current lifestyle, but your investments are supposed to take care of your future lifestyle. Here's the problem. Most people don't have enough money in the current to even think about the future, so the future is dark. If your investments are supposed to take care of your future, guess when you're supposed to start investing? Now. But most people can't. Why is that? Hit share. I'm telling you now, hit share, because you can give your following a huge value here. Here's why. Inflation is one of the things that eats into your dollar every single day. In other words, if all you have is a job, which is limited income, and business owners can control how much things cost, you're going to lose money every day of the week. In other words, a dollar today doesn't buy what it bought 10 years ago. 20 bucks in the gas tank won't fill up your car like it used to 10 years ago. $20 in the gas tank 10 years ago was about 15 gallons. 20 bucks today is 5 gallons. Now it's the same $20. Same paper, same president, same color, but it's not going as far. That's called inflation. In other words, the cost of living goes up every day, but your income is the same. And even if it's going up, if it's not going up at the rate of inflation, you're losing. So a dollar today is really worth about 73 cents. Now, how do you combat that? Brian, how do I get enough money to start investing and get wealthy if my dollar is losing value? I'm glad you're here. That's what we're going to show you. But first, we have to understand inflation. Again, at the gas pump, you see it. That's why I use the gas pump a lot in my example, because the top number represents your money and the bottom number represents your gallons. So now you see that you're at the number 4 on the dollars and you at the number 1 on the gallons. Right? Now you multiply that example by daycare, healthcare, food, clothes. Things are more expensive. So if your money's not going up at the rate of inflation, you'll always hustle backwards. Now, let's keep it in context. We're talking about the 4 reasons most people don't succeed financially. And then we're going to show you how to overcome them, and we're done. 2 is taxes. You ever thought about this? We call inflation a silent income killer. Well, taxes represent the chainsaw massacre. There's nothing silent about your taxes. Ad valorem tax, property tax, sales tax, state tax, federal tax. 30% of your income goes away in taxes. Believe it or not, guys, taxes are your largest expense. It's not your cell phone. It's not your internet bill. Ladies, it's not him. Fellas, it's not her. It's your taxes. If you have a W-2, which is the tax code for a job, taxes come off the top. So most of us live off our net and not off our gross, and the net starts to feel gross. Some of y'all, that hit some of y'all in a second. If you took your gross home, you'd be fine, but you don't. You take your net home because the government gets a third of your money off the top. Now, because the government gets a third of your money off the top, problem number 3 kicks in: debt. Again, these are the 4 reasons most people don't have enough money to invest. And here's a news flash: if you're not investing, you're not even on the road to wealth. You're not even close. At some point, money has to work for you. So if the government is getting a third of your money off the top, then what we end up doing is we end up borrowing the money from the banks on the bottom. See, I want to make sure this is clear. Let me look you in the eye. 2 of the wealthiest entities in the world are the federal government and the banks. Period. I don't care who tells you anything different. Those are the 2 biggest entities in the world. Now, people say, well, Brian, which is bigger? Well, trust me, the government is way bigger than the banks. I don't believe you. Well, last time I checked, did the banks bail the government out, or did the government have to bail the banks out? The government bailed the banks out. So the government has the largest account in the world, called the US Treasury. The banks, the Federal Reserve, have the 2nd largest account in the world. Now, here's the question: where did these 2 entities get all of their money? From the people. The government told the people to pay taxes, so we pay them. And the banks tell the people to pay interest, so we pay it. So that's called income shifting. They shifted the money away from you and taught you to give all the money to them. So if the government take your money off the top to the tune of a third, and the banks then lend you money on a credit card to try to get that third back, they lend you money on a student loan to try to get that third back, they lend you money on a mortgage, a car note, a personal line of credit, then you end up paying for things 2 and 3 times. Again, we're talking about why people don't have enough money to invest. So people will never, ever, ever have enough money to invest if the banks and the governments keep telling them to give their money to them. This is not difficult. It's not hard. It's really common sense. But guess what? Common sense is not common practice. So the debt is a curse. It's a curse. So when you have things you're paying for 2 and 3 times, you'll never have enough money to invest. And number 4 is big business. People say, Brian, what is big business? Well, big business is simple. Every single month, there's something that this society wants you to celebrate. Here comes Halloween, $1 billion industry for one day, dressed like goons and goblins and eat candy. And then you run up your dentist bill too. No, I'm just joking. Halloween, $1 billion industry. Thanksgiving, preceded by Brown Thursday, then Black Friday, then Cyber Monday. 3 times in a row, they run discounts on retail, they run discounts online. They give you a little tax break so you can spend more money. Brown Thursday, Black Friday, Cyber Monday. November, the frenzy begins. December, Christmas Eve, New Year's Eve. Pop champagne, celebrate, and talk about the money you're gonna make next year when most people are broke this year. If you feel me, in you in the comments, type in, I'm tired, no more, right? Say, I'm tired, comma, no more. You gotta stop going into each year talking about what you're gonna do this year when all you're doing so far is the same bad habits you had the year before, and you swear you're about to change it. You gotta type. You gotta say to yourself, I'm tired, no more. For once in my life, it's gonna be about me. So Christmas, Thanksgiving, I'm not telling you not to celebrate. I'm saying be smart about it. New Year's, January, New Year's Day, February, Valentine's Day, March, spring break, April, Easter, May, Mother's Day, June, Father's Day, July, 4th of July, August, back to school, September, Labor Day. Now we didn't even, October, back to Halloween, November, back to Thanksgiving, December, back to Christmas, back to New Year's Eve. Then you wonder why you don't have enough money to invest. And you wonder why people work until they die. Big business forces you to participate. Don't work until you die. You gotta at some point have money working for you. But first, I wanted to shake you up a little bit with why most people don't have enough in the land of plenty. So tonight, as I transition into the solutions, you might want to hit share, because this is where you get to tell your friends, your family, your loved ones, you know what? We got a new game plan. You know what? We got to have a new strategy. You know what? I can cut my retirement 15, 16, 17 years short. How do I know? I cut my retirement 22 years short. I'm 43 years old. I wasn't supposed to retire until I'm 65, but I retired when I was 22. So I actually cut it 40 plus years short. I've been retired for 22 years. Why? I work out of my house and I teach people how to shift this. You got to shift your mindset before you can shift your income. So tonight we're going to talk about strategy, how money can work strategically and not sales. So this was the young me, right? Young, I had all the toys and everything. I had my convertible Porsche. I had 2 Porsches. I had a white one before I got a black one. I didn't understand the importance of money, but I was retired and I was making a ton of money because I learned the importance of having a home-based business. So even though I graduated from Morehouse in '97, I got my degree in English. I had mentors who taught me how to expand my mind. And I retired when I was very, very young. That was 20 years ago. So what I'm telling you guys is you can grow your income using strategy way easier than I ever did. So I went from 3 figures every 2 weeks to 4 figures a week. Then I went to 5 figures a month. You start making $10,000, $20,000, $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 in 30-day increments. And your job paying you $2,000 a month, you will retire too. Okay. So of course that's high 6 figures, and I've earned 7 figures working out of my house. Now here's the problem. I lost my first $1 million because I didn't have a plan. I didn't have a strategy. I got audited. Then I had family situations. Then I had people in my pockets. Then I just was young and didn't realize that every dollar I made was supposed to make 5. So now the older, more mature Brian on the right side of your screen says, you know what? Let's not make the same mistake. So when I recovered in my 30s, I said, man, that won't happen again. Learn my lesson. Let's have a plan for our money, or guess what? Someone else does. Type in the comments, type, I have a plan. Because I'm telling you now, if you don't have a plan for your money, somebody else does. Type that in the comments. I have a plan. So what we do is we teach tonight. I'm going to show you guys this wealth building principle. And it's really simple. 3, 6, 9. You'll also hear us refer to it as cash, asset, cash. Within the first 3 days, we're going to show you guys how to get some extra cash flow. Cash flow is way better than income. Most of you guys are focused on your income. You need to be focused on your cash flow. So within 3 days, we're going to show you guys how to start shifting your cash flow back to you. Within 6 weeks, we're going to show you how to start earning business income. That doesn't mean it takes 6 weeks to do it. You can do it in 1 day. We're just saying, give your business 6 weeks so you can create a pattern, and before you start gauging it, thinking you need to get rich quick and all this crazy stuff that people teach you. You need 3 days minimum cash flow positive. 6 weeks, start earning some business income, but start gauging your business income, but you can earn it as early as this Friday. And then within 9 months minimum, you need to be investing. 3 days, 6 weeks, 9 months. And all of these are worst case scenario. Now, here's how this works. For $47.90, this is actually one time. Okay, that's an error on the slide. In fact, I'll correct that now. It's $47.90 one time. And it's $34 a month. $47.90 one time, $34.95 per month for the strategies we teach you, the software to implement the strategy, the system to support you, and the financial success. Strategy, software, system, and success. We call this our income shifting membership. I look on Facebook now, everybody want to income shift. Everybody calling themselves income shifters. Income shift this, income shift that, income this, income shift that. It's so funny, man. I've been involved with our company, My Econ, for 6 years. No one ever mentioned income shifting. Our organization, Extra Digit, started this whole income shifting craze that is now sweeping the country. It's sweeping the country. There's nothing like a movement whose time has come. You know why? Because it's affordable. You see, it's affordable. Everybody has $47.90. You spent that the last time you hung out with somebody. And $34.95 per month. So if you're in the comments, put $47.90 one time and slash $34.95 a month. And then you want to put, this is how you really get it, slash $1.17 a day. Okay? $47.90 once, $34.95 a month. That's $1.17 a day. So if you don't have $1.17 a day for your business, then you really don't want to be in business. Now, that gets you our membership. Now, I want to show you how this works as I conclude, because it's time to talk solutions, and I'm going to wrap this up. The first place you need to look to start shifting your income is you need to ask yourself, who's shifting my income from me? See, in capitalism, it's a big game. If people are shifting your income from you, that's the first place you look. Most people go try to get a part-time job. Most people try to go get a full-time job. Most people try to go back to school. They never look at, wait a minute, who shifted my money from me in the first place? Let me get that back first. So way back in 2005, over 10 years ago, 13 years ago, the IRS, not Brian Bean, the IRS put out a publication. Where does your refund come from? It comes from your wallet or purse. When you tell your employer how much to withhold, or you make an estimated tax payment. For the average refund, that's about $40 a week too much. The IRS published that the average person gives away $40 a week too much and then gets a refund check next year. This is the publication now. This is me. You might be using the extra withholdings as a forced savings method. But Uncle Sam does not pay interest on refunds. Putting the money in any type of savings account or paying down debts might be a better option. People, hear me, and I want you to hear me and hear me good. The US government just told you that your refund comes from your wallet. Your refund comes from your purse. There are 300 plus million Americans who celebrate the refund check when they could be getting their money up front, paying down the debt all year, which brings more cash flow back in your pocket. So now you created two cash flow streams. You got the taxes down because you got them up front, and you got the debt down because you're using the tax dollars to pay off the debt. But no, you want to go get a part-time job and make an extra $400 a month. But no, you want to run up your credit cards and try to balance out the money you don't have when you actually have the money. It's just that the government took it from you. I need you to do me a favor and type in the comments, say, give me that back. Give me that back. See, the IRS just told you what to do. But most of you guys celebrate the refund. Girl, I got $6,000 coming. And you know what you do? Go try to pay off the debt you could have been paying off all year and eating into the interest. Girl, my CPA is the bomb. No, she's not. She's just giving you the refund on the money that you overspent. But that takes, once you get our membership, $47.90 one time and $1.17 a day, which is $34 a month. You'll start learning how to open your business, how to keep good records, how to invest long-term, how to become a millionaire. We're the only company teaching that kind of thing. Everybody else wants you to sell, rah, stay hype, stay pumped, stay motivated, and keep going. No, we say, look, you get wealthy $500 at a time. You get wealthy $250 at a time. Compound interest over the course of your working career, you retire a millionaire. See, strategy beats sales every day. How do I know? Well, I'm about to show it to you. Simple and plain. So you snowball 5 streams of income. Strategy 1, is we're going to lower your taxes. Now we're going to take let's just say we lower your taxes and you bring in an extra $450 per month. We're going to lower the taxes. Now we're going to take the new 450 and we're going to take the existing, let's say 450 that you're putting on your credit cards and car notes, and we're going to send in 850 or 900, 450 from the taxes, and the same 450 you've been sending, we're going to send in 900. So for this example, we're going to take $864 and eliminate your debt. Car note gone in 16 months instead of 60. Credit card is gone in 8 months instead of 80. See, now you brought more cash flow back in, but it started with your extra 450 that you got back from the government. But now we don't go shopping with that. We put that money to work. We say, okay, I got 450. Let me send the car note what I've been sending them. 450 plus a new 450, and I'll cut into all their interest and get my title. You see, every car I have in this driveway, in this garage, I have a title for. You understand? Not one, not two, not three, but 4 titles. Why? Because you can snowball your way to wealth and start buying assets. Now we take the new money and we show people how to do what we just did. How do we eliminate our debt? How do we lower our taxes? How do we increase our credit score with our do-it-yourself credit restoration program? They want to know. Now you start earning business income. Now you got the cash flow back from the taxes. You got the cash flow back from the debt. Now you got a third stream by sharing. Hit share, share, share. If you're watching me right now on Facebook or social media, you share the business. They get back with you. You now earn business income. Now you got 3 streams. Now we start looking at your expenses. What can we cut? Do you have to have the most expensive coffee from Starbucks every day? It just starts off with small stuff. You take that $7, multiply that by 5 days a week. That's $35 you spend it on coffee. You could add some Folgers in your cup. $35 would have got you Folgers for a year, but you bought Starbucks. So now 35 times 4 is 140. 140 times 12 is, over 1,200, over $1,600 that you spend in coffee this year. See how it compounds? $7, 5 days a week, 35 times 4, 170 times, 140 times 4 weeks. 12 months. 140 times 12 months is over $1,600 roughly on coffee. Now, if you had taken that $1,600 and put it in your investment account, which is income stream number 5, do you know the kind of money you can compound? So we teach you how to grow 5 streams of income. That's strategy. Now, when you introduce the business to people, that's called strategy number 2. You get business checks. See, America tries to confuse you. As I conclude, you just need to get this. America tries to confuse you with letters and numbers. W-4, Schedule C, Schedule A, W-2, which is a job, account 529, which is a tax code for like your college education. 529, Schedule C, Schedule A, Schedule B, Schedule D, 401c3, 401k. The tax code you need to be thinking about right now is called 1099, 1099. How about that tax code? That means you own a business. And then we pay you every single week and every single month residually if you choose to share it. So you don't have to, but leverage is one of the keys to wealth. You have to leverage your way to wealth. And I'm telling you, man, these checks can get serious. I had the pleasure of being the first individual to ever pop a 5-figure check weekly. Now, I want you to think about this. My job wasn't paying me 5 figures in a month. You're talking about earning now a $10,000 check, $16,000, $14,000, $18,000. You're talking about a 7-day span where I wasn't making that monthly. I wasn't making $10,000 a month back after I graduated from college in 3 months, I don't think. Now, because I expanded my mind, you're talking about earning that for 7 days worth of work. So I want you guys to understand the power of leverage. And last but not least, the power of investing. That's strategy 3. Type this in the chat before I go. Something has to work, just not me. Something has to work, just not me. Guys, until you start getting capital gains, also known as appreciation, dividend checks that come every quarter from private businesses or shareholders, and different shareholders get dividends for being owners in companies, public and private. Until you start getting capital gains, dividends, understand the value of appreciation, you really don't understand freedom and flexibility. We teach you that for $47.90 one time and $34.95 a month. So all I'm gonna tell you guys is this. I don't know much, but this I know for sure. The game plan that most Americans are on is not working. If it was, most people would have an extra $1,000 cash in hand at all times. If it was, most people would have a miniature emergency of $3,000 to $5,000, and they don't. If the plan everybody was on right now was working, most Americans would have 6 months saved up for an emergency in case they lost their job or a loved one. If the plan most Americans were on right now worked, most people wouldn't have debt up to their necks and have to improve their credit scores. We offer all of these services plus the education for pennies. So what you want to ask yourself is, do I want to go into the next year with a different strategy? Well, guess what? It begins now. The person that gave you this link, the person that introduced you to this presentation, the person that put you on this webinar has a link they're going to give you to get your membership. You get a 4-digit password and you are in, my friend. So for those that don't understand the power of this, let me just give you this final slide. Oh man, don't forget, just a quick thing. If you aren't registered for Game Changer, man, our website, GameChangerATL.com. I do a live event with all of our leaders every 4 months, and it is October. It's coming up. You want to go to GameChangerATL.com for details because registration is ending soon. Registration is ending soon. So go to this website for our live event where we come together, we cry, we laugh, we dance, whatever the latest challenge is, we're going to do it. It's just the DJ is off the chain. The attendees are unbelievable. The trainers are second to none. The exercises are unforgettable, and we're going to take you to a new level. So GameChangerATL.com for our next live event. And last but not least, here's everything you're going to acquire with your membership. All right, you get your MyEcon website. MyEcon is short for My Economy. Why? Because the only economy you need to worry about is yours. You get the cash flow management system, the cash flow strategist. You got identity theft protection, the do-it-yourself smart money kit, credit education, audit assistance, commission tracking system, all of this. All you need to do now is give the person that put you on this webinar, let them know that you are in, text them, type them, inbox them, or call them to get your password. My name is Brian Bean. I'll see you guys 1 week from today, same time, same station. Peace.